YouTube? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. We're going to talk to you guys about Teen Wolf Season 6, Episode 14, Episode 15. Episode 14 being Face-to-Faceless, Episode 15 being Pressure Test. And I like how each episode was in conjunction with each other. You know, in 14, you had Liam pretty much get his ass handed to him by Nolan and pretty much the whole lacrosse team. In fact, he even gave up his position on the lacrosse team, so then that way, in hopes of actually easing the tension between him and the lacrosse team. And well, as we all know, that just didn't really work out now, did it? They ended up during science class, I think, or during biology, I think, they decided, you know what, let's put this guy to the test. You know, we're going to prove to everyone at Beacon Hills that Liam is the enemy, he's this ruthless monster, and this, that, and the third. So they proceed to beat Liam up. They pretty much cornered him in. They cornered him, Mason, and Corey in the school just to prove their point. And Liam took the shots like a G. I'm not going to lie. He did his thing. But, yeah, we almost saw Liam actually kick some ass that day. And also, you know, Scott was trying to actually leverage not leverage, but actually negotiate a deal with Jarard. So then that way no one else would get hurt, no one would get killed, you know. And we also learned what made pretty much how, as we all know her now as Tamari Monroe, aka the guidance counselor at Beacon Hills, the new one, become this fearful supernatural hunter. We found that out right before Liam got his ass kicked. He went to the guidance counselor hoping to get away from the guys that getting ready to kick his ass. You know, he had to seek some guidance. And while in there, actually, he peeped over to the corner of the guidance counselor's desk and saw these two books, I think 2 or 3 books, one saying the supernatural afterlife. You know, he peeped that really well. And he even looks at the guidance counselor's neck, to which he asks her, "What happened to your neck?" She's like, "Oh, I was running in the woods." He said, "Who were you running from?" And she tried to grammarly correct him, correct him. And he says, "Oh, well, whom were you running from?" And she said, "You know what? This isn't about me. This is about you. You know, trying to deflect. You know, trying to change the situation." I'm like, "Yeah, there you go, Liam. Big props on that one." Because, you know, no one in Teen Wolf really does that with the villains, at least what I've seen in recent years. But anyway, you know, he got a few answers from that. You know, we got a little shook. But it turns out the reason why Miss Monroe actually became a hunter is because last year, as we all know, the Beast of Jimbledon attacked Beacon Hills, and apparently it turns out she was actually one of the teachers that was actually almost killed. And Sheriff Selinsky actually saved her. And she said, she was pretty much blaming Scott, saying that you weren't there. You should have been there. You were there, Scott, but you didn't really care about the survivors. You just cared about your friends, getting them to safety, everyone else. But you forgot about me, pretty much. You know, and Scott said, "Listen, I'm sorry, but this is no reason for to go off on a genocide and just kill everybody else." You know, and even Jarard even gave Chris Argent a message saying, "Tell Scott to run," which we obviously know he's never gonna run. And at the end of the episode, episode 15, after some chaotic stuff happened there, you know, Theo got pretty much arrested with the last of Satomi's pack, you know, for murder. You know, they ended up getting killed after Mr. McCall actually took them to a safe spot. They ended up getting killed, I think. At least to my knowledge, it looks like they got killed. They had to lie to Mason to make sure the plan actually went through. So then his dad knew that, hey, I got to Beacon Hills safely. I'm all good. So we all know that the pack is not. We all know the pack is still alive. I cannot wait to see what happens this Sunday. What's going down. But yeah, you know, seeing Theo actually enact some vengeance on Schrader. Because Schrader was actually the guy that tortured. He was a Satanist from Eichen House. Tortured the remaining members of Satomi's pack and Theo. You know, trying to get some answers out of them, which didn't work, obviously. And we even had a little bit of a mole situation where actually one of the Beacon Hill sheriffs actually shot Gwen. She's a survivor after being shot by one of the sheriffs, actually almost actually being killed by a few people, hunters. And she ended up killing herself, and then another deputy actually ended up hanging himself after seeing Double Face, or as Deaton told Mason and everyone else, known as Nutsetsky, or whatever like that. And it's pretty interesting to see that, man. I can't wait to see this Sunday. This is Bush Speech, One Love. I also want to include that Parrish is a badass because if you also recall, while they were down in the tunnels, the double face was coming. At least one half of it, as what we know so far, because Deaton went to Eichen House and uncovered something that was of use to figuring out what exactly this faceless organism actually is. Parrish actually completely incinerated one half, at least to my knowledge, or to my viewing, of Double Face. So we'll get to see what happens this next Sunday and things of that nature.